Last time on the language of magic, the Emerald Scale ventured into the Feydark. They learned that the Feywild had separated the Feydark from itself, creating another plane, something between it and Parsnip's strange connection to a deceased member of the Sealy court seems to have caused a fissure between these three realms where the Feydark's mutative and corruptive essence was flowing through the other realms, and you were asked to drop a moonstone into the crack to put a bandage over it, so to speak. So you ventured into the Feydark, not too far from where you were left off. They made it easy for you. They wanted to make sure you were close. You came upon this field with this eerie light coming from it, a similar light to what you'd seen seeping through the ground back in Harsnip's forest. There you engaged with three giants, fairly unattractive Fomorians, giants with pockmarks all over their bodies that would literally throw them at you and seem to explode upon their death. Uh, you only fought three of them, but you got hit a little bit here and there. They packed a bit of a punch, though you were able to take them down without too much effort. At the conclusion of that scuffle is where we will be picking it up tonight, as we will return to the Feydark. The Fomorians fallen at your feet, several of them, at least two of them, are basically just piles of viscera and bone and so forth still at your feet. The third fell as well, didn't quite have the same explosive end, uh, but here you are. And Parshnip was moving towards this crack, this fissure, and as I mentioned, uh, this kind of glowing light was coming from it, similar kind of this purple essence to it. And Parsnip, as you get closer to it, uh, there you do feel something. It's almost like a slight magnetic pull. It's a little disconcerting. Right now, what it seems to be affecting on you uh, is your hands. You feel like they're being pulled towards it very gently, small bit of magnetism there. Uh, and it's like it's coming from your back as well, just a bit. You just kind of just feel this slight attraction towards this glowing fissure.
My hands and my back.
Correct.
Correct. Hmm.
Do we get the sense that the Fomorians here were guarding the fissure, or were they just in the wrong place at the right time?
It's a little tough to say. They just kind of happened to be in the area. They weren't they weren't standing at the fissure like a group that were necessarily guarding it. Like they weren't in any kind of what would seem like a formal formation of soldiers protecting something or guards. They were pretty close, and they didn't. They seemed aggressive towards you, whether it was because they were guarding this or just because they didn't like the way you looked. Maybe you're really ugly to them. You're not sure. Uh, so it's difficult to say. Um, yeah, that you don't believe that you could have even like like an insight check wouldn't really give you much. It's a foreign land, different type of creatures. So that's kind of the most you'd be able to get at this point.
No, that's fair and valid. Are the mushrooms on the map real, or are they just there for design?
Yeah, a little bit of both. You look around, you see some mushrooms. When you look at them, you're going to recognize stuff pretty quickly that says "Don't eat me." Little characteristics that are familiar to you. Not necessarily that they would be poison, but they're gonna get you a little bit of upset in the stomach. They're gonna pop in your face and give you a sneezing fit.
Okay.
They're not they're not an environmental hazard, but they're certainly not something you'd be interested in digesting or would try to grow yourself.
That's what I wanted to know, if I could grow it myself. Okay.
So looking at this crack, is there anything important? Uh, I guess that I can see down there.
It it's it's like looking into it's just this huge giant hole, but instead of seeing like darkness, you see this kind of soft glow to it. You can't tell how deep it is. It could be 6 feet deep for all you could tell. It could be a mile deep. It's in just this huge glowing space. It's tough from up here.
Can I like kick a small rock down the hole to see if I can hear how long far it goes?
Sure. Uh, but when you do,
Okay.
go ahead and roll a percentile.
So D100. 83.
Okay. You kick the rock and it kind of bounces around a little bit on the edge and it goes down about 5 feet and then it kind of seems to get absorbed by this glowing light that's in there. It sounds like it click clacks around just a little bit, about another 2 or 3 feet below it.
Well, buddy, I reckon this is where we need to throw that moonstone down. What do you think?
I don't know. Is this the crack, or do I have to climb down in there to get to the crack?
I would think this is the crack. I don't know that you're going to be able to get far down there. I mean, you saw what happened to that little rock. Like it's just not there anymore. I mean, if you want to go down, let's tie a rope around you, but I really don't know that you should.
Can Arcus cast his mage hand and lower it into the crack? See what happens?
Yeah, you go ahead and cast Mage Hand. Your hand appears kind of as a spectral floating hand. You lower it down. You feel your connection to it, but at some point it does also kind of just get consumed by this light to the point that you can't see it anymore, but you still feel it. It's kind of just down in there. It's like there's just this haze of ambient lighting that's just blocking out anything beyond it.
I'm gonna check the formulas real quick, make sure there's no third part of the third piece on any of them
Oh, uh,
to restore Vanilla.
Right. You don't need to do any kind of check for that. You take the time. You go through them. It's pretty easy to search, because again, they kind of burst for the most part. You look through it, and nothing seems to stand out. You don't find anything magical about them, any magical items on them. They were attacking you with huge branches of trees, shaped pieces of stone that they used for clubs, and literally their own bodies. They don't really seem to have anything.
Ian, does it look like the corruption? You know how and how the environments or the realms were kind of bleeding into each other? Does it look like that's happening here at all?
Uh, the light, this when you look down this crack, it does give you just the semblance of what you were experiencing in the material realm, um, where there's a little bit of brightness kind of seeping in, as opposed to in the material realm, you were getting a bit of darkness that was kind of sleeping through, where it was, corrupting, making the plant life and so forth a little darker. This is similar, but it's reminiscent, but not quite the same.
Okay. So here's my question, y'all. It looks like we've got, because we're in like 3 different places today, right? We were in our realm, the Feywild, and where we're at now. So does this hole connect all 3 realms? Didn't they say something about that person that we're trying to, like, I guess, piece back together? Their parts are located in each place. Do we need to find her missing part here?
I don't know that they said that they were in different realms because I found the first 2 in our realm.
Okay. Hmm.
But who
Does
wants to tie
Feylar
rope
think
around
that?
me and lower me in the crack?
Say that again, Parsnip.
I said, who wants to tie a rope around me and lower me into the crack?
I don't know if you should go alone.
Okay, you can come with me.
I mean, all right, gnomes got to stick together. And this way, if one of us dies, maybe Darren can finally tell us apart.
Phalar has tons of little trinkets and so forth, and they pull out some rope and offer to whoever is willing to hold you. Phalar looks at the big strong guys. Puts the rope out.
Durin will offer to grab onto one.
It didn't seem very deep, right?
We don't know. We can only see about 5 feet into it, but we don't know actually how far it goes.
Right.
Right?
You kicked a rock into it or something, we could hear it.
You hear the rock kind of settle a few feet beyond the event horizon.
So probably about 10 foot at the most.
Sweet. I'm coming
Or
with you,
between.
Nip.
Okay.
Simon, do you have a quick exit spell ready or handy?
I mean, I can fly out of there if I need to, but that's also kind of the point of the rope, is for y'all to pull us out.
I
It'll
was
be
thinking
fine.
something that could make you dimension door back.
Yeah, I mean, I have Dimension
Here,
Door
yeah.
if I need to, but like,
Got
that's a
access to
4th
it?
level slot. And unlike y'all, I don't have a 5th level slot, so
I'm
it'll be
just thinking
fine.
if something goes bad quickly, you could get Nip and yourself out of there.
Oh yeah, no. If it comes down to it, I'll Dimension Door us out.
Okay.
But we'll be fine. And Simon will like tie part of the rope around him and go stand next to Parsnip.
All right.
and will hold one rope.
Phalar has the hands that do the work. Darren, you've got the strength for this. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you have magically enhanced strength as well. They easily, Phalar, fastens a rope kind of around Darren, loops it through, and provides a rope to anyone that wants to go down there, and you'll be able to hold 3 or 4 people without any problem, just kind of bracing yourself and holding firm.
Careful of what you see there. Tug on the rope if you want us to go in with you.
Okay.
Arcus will be like on his hands and knees, staring, like trying to get as close to the crack as he can.
Simon runs and jumps in.
You all see Simon run and jump into this little fissure, and Simon just kind of vanishes. Simon, give me a perception. I mean, not perception. Another percentile roll, please. Okay. You you just jump in, and Simon essentially vanishes from you as you hear him kind of clump down just a little bit inside of the mist there, or this again the event horizon is the way I would describe it. Simon, everything is purple to you at the moment, but you don't feel anything.
Oh man, Simon beat me to it.
I knew you were going to do that. Oh, if I'm allowed to call up and hear if I heard him.
You hear Simon speak, and he sounds like he's just right there. You all watch as Tango hops in. Tango, you're bigger than Simon. You don't need to roll this particular percentage. As you kind of hop in, it's like you just jumped into a shallow pool. You all look down, and you can see Tango. Basically his upper chest, shoulders and up, is above that event horizon. His body seems to be completely invisible, but he's just kind of floating, like a little floating head there across the top of it. Tango, you can look up and see everyone, and you can see that you can look down, and it's a little disconcerting because it's like your body is just gone into this purple light.
So do I just see his legs?
Your eyes are starting to be able to adjust to this now, and you turn and you look, and sure enough, you see Tango's legs up to just a few inches below his neck.
I try to dance him.
Also, at this point, Simon, you've been in there for just a bit of time. You feel this little bit of zap hit you as a little bit of lightning strikes you, and you take 4 points of lightning damage.
Ow, y'all! It's a little bit thingy in here.
I can't feel my legs. Oh, wait, no, I just can't
If
see
Nip-
them.
If Nip is holding the moonstone that closes this crack, do we want to be on 2 different sides of it at the same time if Nip's going in?
Nip, come on in.
Okay.
Don't listen. You don't have to listen to Simon. Simon is. Listen.
I almost never listen to Simon.
Yeah, you probably should. Let's be real.
As your eyes adjust, Simon, since you're down in there,
Mhm.
you kind of look down, and what you see is this little bit of this little fissure that you're in, and your rock is down there by your feet, but you see that just a little bit nearby to it, there is a little bit more of a crack. This crack is just like about an inch and a half wide, and it runs just a little ways, and this is where the electricity is pouring out that just struck you a moment ago. You look at it, and it's possible if you had done just the right jump, you might have accidentally slipped into it or gotten stuck. But it doesn't look like it's passable. And it does seem like it's both the source of the light is slightly brighter, but at the same time, it's not like it was above it where you look into it and you're seeing this purple. It's just like now there's just a slight haze around you. As you notice that, Simon, you're going to take 7 points of lightning damage, and Tango, you're going to take 3.
Okay. Hey Nip, I found the actual crack. You were right. Like what we saw up there was not what you need to put the moonstone in.
Okay, I'll start to climb down into it.
You all watch Parsnip start to climb down, and as soon as his foot crosses the event horizon, uh, there's an effect, an immediate effect on Parsnip outwardly. Parsnip, you recognize this happens to you as soon as you kind of cross this plane, as you feel this strange sensation. When you were in the Feywild, you felt it a little bit. You felt that slight little bit of connection you had to it, but this is like just this huge injection of Fey magic that pours into you when you come in contact with it. Uh, you all see huge white wings burst out of the back of Parsnip. His hands elongate, and you gain long claws and talons on the end of your hand. Your antlers, or your horns that you have at the top of your head, they suddenly sprout out to like a 15-point stag horns.
Nice.
You raise your foot up almost instinctively as this strange sensation happens, and everything just sort of settles back down. It's just as you're kind of coming in contact with this that you're just injected with this magic.
You okay, Nip?
Sure.
You look
I didn't
great.
see any of that, right?
Everyone else saw it, but Simon would, yeah.
Yeah.
You do see little electricity bursting around your feet and trickling over and going towards Tango's, and it seems like every so often it's going to come in contact with you, and it's almost slightly attracted to you as a bolt kind of came up, a slightly thicker one hit Simon, and this little thinner branch of that lightning came over and was what went up Tango's leg.
Gotcha. Yeah. Come on down, Nip, because we're getting shocked, and I think we're gonna keep getting shocked until you plug this hole.
Okay, I'm coming down.
You come down, and Simon, you'll see it now for the first time as Parsnip pulls himself into it. His wings burst out. They easily fold back in an incredibly elegant fashion around him. His hands remind you of some sort of beasts. And then as his head kind of comes down into that haze, you see these huge antlers that he didn't have before. Parsnip, you bring yourself down into this again. You kind of feel that surging through you. You can look down and you can see after a few moments that thin little crack that was there that's between Simon's legs right now.
Wow. I knew gnomes go through like a different puberty than most people, but Jesus, it hit you hard.
Is that normal?
You'll find out.
But I'm not a gnome.
Oh. Oh well.
I feel fine. So I'll pull out the moonstone and stick it in the crack.
I like the fact that we're calling it the crack so much. You pull out that smooth stone that was given to you, and you push it forward, and
Fisher? Fisher better?
Fisher's probably better, but crack's more fun. And you let it roll out of your hand, and it settles into just a point into the crack. For the moment, it doesn't seem like anything happens until you see this silvery glitter seem to just pour out from it, and it begins to fill that little fissure up. You see the light of that purple light that's kind of been pouring through it slowly begin to settle down a little less and a little less until finally the silver seems to have overtaken that thin little bit of a fissure, that crack, rather than that light. The last little trickles of lightning are coming up and come out, and you all feel a little static charge essentially hit you. Not enough to take any damage, though. And after just the briefest of moments, the light's gone.
I kind of wish I stuck my hand in at first.
There's gonna be a next time. There's always a next crack.
Well, if I remember correctly, she said this would be a temporary fix, so you may get another chance.
Heck yeah.
I can't recall. Did she tell us what the permanent fix was?
I think finding the third piece and bringing Fanula back is probably going to be at least part of
Right.
the permanent fix. That when they tried to bring her back and she blew up into bits, that's what kind of started the whole thing.
Got it.
So, I mean, you have parts of her. Could we not try doing a scry spell when we get back? I don't have it, but maybe we can see if we can find someone to teach it to you, Arcus, if you don't have it.
Yes, we should definitely do a scry spell together again.
The fissure seals, the light fades, that kind of that purple glow that has been affecting you. You'd all seen it from a distance before. It poured out a decent bit, that ambient lighting. It almost feels a little anticlimactic. You'll begin pulling yourself out of that little crack. And with this light, with this ambient light not there anymore, your eyes kind of adjust a little bit to your surroundings a bit more than they could before. If everybody could give me a perception check.
Sight or hearing?
This one's specifically sight.
Oh,
Hold
I
on,
love
I
that
don't
I
know why
got-
that did advantage. It shouldn't have been advantage. So it would have been the first result.
Okay. Well, this is okay. Darren too.
yeah.
Darren, you were the one that was kind of up there watching, and as you know, you're helping people kind of pull them out as you're this sturdy rock for them to climb out. You see Parsnip just kind of almost instinctively glance up over his shoulder, and you follow his eyesight. The two of you see off in the distance. There's a hill. Now this hill, it's a good distance away. If you were to hot foot it to get over there, it'd probably take you 5 minutes or so to get to it. It's a decent bit away. And the moon is affixed in the sky, similar to how the sun is constantly setting in the Feywild. There's a moon, but it was a bit clouded and dark. But without this extra light in your eyes, you can see this hilltop, and you see motion on this hilltop as creatures seem to be starting to stand one by one. As you see easily dozens of Fomorians beginning to rise up, and their posture indicates they're looking in your direction.
And Fomorians are the giants, right?
They are, in fact, the giants that you just fought.
Oh no.
That can't be
Okay.
good.
Yeah, Darren's gonna let everyone know. He's gonna say, guys, look, on the hill. There's so many more of those things. We gotta get going.
DM, would I need to, because Mage Armor only lasts for about 8 hours, and I know I cast it when we were in the orchard. Would it have? It would have been gone at that point because we've actually tried to sleep a few times, haven't we? Okay, never mind.
You've tried to sleep a few times. Your mage armor hasn't gone away.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
In fact, if you could like check your spell and the timer on your spell, you'd see now it's got like 7 hours left.
Interesting. We probably need to go, y'all.
We definitely need to go. Come on.
I guess Simon's gonna go this way because this is where we came in.
You Simon, you're able to look and turn. It only took you about a minute at a slow walk to get to this crack. They had opened the portal right by it for you all.
Mhm.
So you turn and you still see that swirling purple portal at the by a tree that seems a slight variation of all the rest of the trees that are here. Anybody not following Simon's lead to just I believe the term is skedaddle?
I'm good with skedaddling.
You guys take off. You move quickly. It's about a fifth the amount of distance to go to the portal than it would be to have headed towards those Fomorians. And although you could tell they were likely faster than you for the most part, they don't seem to be rushing towards you. As you kind of look over your shoulder, you can see their silhouettes kind of descending down a little bit. As you could tell, they're at least walking in the general direction that you came from. But you're able to get to the tree pretty quickly. You get the feeling they're in pursuit, though. What do you guys want to do?
I think it's
Simon's
about time we
gonna
hop through the
go.
portal.
Yeah, Simon's gonna follow his friends into the portal.
All right, you guys quickly you run towards the tree. You see that portal there that was prepared for you by the part of the worm that was in the Feywild. It remains, and whoever's first to go through it just they disappear through that portal. The next one, and then the next. You all fly through the portal very quickly. It was dark on this side. It's a little bit lighter on the other. It takes a moment, but your eyes eventually adjust, and you guys find yourself back in the Feywild.
Hey, Worm, you probably want to shut that portal off. We were being chased by some Fomorian things.
Don't worry, they don't have my permission to come through. But if it'll make you feel better. Welcome back.
We did it!
We go. We've got one piece.
Does Parsnip still look all different?
No, he doesn't. It seemed to be very temporary, just while within that little crevice, when that purple light was hitting him.
I think I like the word crack better.
Yeah,
don't know
me
why.
too.
Crevasse just hit me wrong. Alrighty, well, Parsnip, I'm sorry that your second year of puberty or third hasn't stuck, but you know what? Maybe you'll grow back into those cool horns and wings.
Maybe. You never know.
Oh, you should fletch their arrows with your feathers.
I'll think about it. I don't think they're that kind of feathers.
Well, I mean, we're in a world of magic. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
One of these days.
So does anybody have any idea where the third piece of this lady is?
Not me.
I mean, we could probably go pay for a trip to the Answer Dragon. He might know.
It's too expensive though.
How much was it again? Like gold wise, was that like 10,000 gold? No, it was more than that. Yeah, it's expensive. I mean, I still have my question. Kind of wanting to save it now, I think. Also, I think I've offered it to one of you before. And also, Arcus has a question too. So he hasn't gotten a chance to climb the tower. So I guess I wonder if we go back with him, if you'd have to climb the tower and we can just get to the top and wait for you. That'd suck.
Yeah, it is 10,000.
We should have that amount, like between us, I would think, given all the rewards we've gotten lately.
Did we not ask the lady herself?
I mean, you're talking about the lady at the silver place?
Right, yeah.
I mean, I feel like if she knew, she would have gone and gotten it and not asked Parsnip if he's got her all.
I could try to divine an answer. That's gone so well every time
I
I've used it.
mean, listen, I tried to divine an answer and I got slapped. You tried to divine an answer and nearly got everyone killed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think we
It's
should
worth a
try it.
try.
I mean, really, that was kind of Nip's fault.
I mean, what was it though?
Well,
I'm sure we could D-square the answer.
You know what? That is possible. It is also possible we will not survive.
who was this lady that we're trying to piece back together?
Uh,
Vanula?
Who is?
Arcus, why don't you go ahead and make a Arcana check? It's a high DC, but it's one you're capable of making. Okay, the DC was 25. Uh, Vanilla, you would have studied a little bit about the Feywild in your arcane studies. There are crazy people out there that probably get their magic from the Feywild, right? Like, not a wizard, of course. Wizard definitely studies, but you should still know about the magic. I mean, there could be sorcerers that have magic that just blows up in their face. That's probably from the Feywild. You've got people that make pacts with Fey, Archfey specifically. But Fanula, give the name again. That's how it's spelled. You would have seen basically just a small little mentions of Fanula from time to time. Essentially, she was known as the Lady of Swans, was one of her names. Her shtick was that she herself would transform into a swan. Apparently, she was Lady Tatiana's, Lady Tatiana, who is the ruler of the Sealy Court, who oversees the Feywild. Uh, she considered her to be the most beautiful of the swans. Um, you learned last time that she had died at some point, and Fae don't necessarily do resurrection similar to how like a mortal would. Uh, Fanula, being somebody who was obviously a member of a court, not just a random Fae here in the world, would have taken more power. There'd be more to resurrect someone like that. They don't just get to pluck a soul out of an outer plane and stick it back into a formed body. So they did refer to the fact that there was a ritual that they tried to perform to bring Fanula back. But yeah, that she was all about transformations, specifically for her about swans and so forth. But she would also bless other creatures with the ability to transform and so forth. The transformation you saw in Parsnip, for instance, just for those briefest of moments, kind of indicated that those bestial transformations that she essentially would represent, you would have recognized that the wings that came out of him and the way they folded in as he went down inside of that crevasse, were those of a swan. And now that you're thinking back to it, in fact, Phatheris wasn't the brightest of gods. He told Darren that he was turning into a goose before. And now that you think about it, the wings that were coming out of Darren when he was suffering a form of lycanthropy were actually a black swan's wings and not a black goose's wings. But other than that,
Okay.
yeah, Fanua was the Lady of Swans or the patron of Swan Maze. Terminologies for, yeah, but you would have that bit of, I'll kind of come back with that, a very impressive Arcana check.
Nip, where did you find the first two pieces?
Inside of stuff we killed.
Yeah, you didn't tell us you found those things, did you?
Um,
So we wouldn't know when you picked them up, or would we?
I don't see why you wouldn't. I didn't make any secret of it.
Okay.
Like the first part of the hand that I'm
Was
wearing
with
around
the
my neck.
that was with the werewolves, right? Or
Right.
yeah, the were people.
And I just took it because I was the only one it seemed to work for. Because of my connection to the Fae.
Yeah.
And we killed, I don't remember exactly what we killed, but we killed something, and the hand was missing like two fingers. And when we killed something, I found the two fingers and completed the hand, and that's one piece. And then when we killed that mutated wolf thing in the forest, I found a second piece, which is a ring. And so then there's a third piece, at least.
Okay. Well, I'm sensing. Well,
So, just a thought. We have this astrologer's compass.
oh yeah.
And like if we put part of, if I remember right, we put part of somebody in there, and then it kind of points at where they are. But I don't know if that'll help us because we're just dealing with pieces of a person.
Well, I mean, if there's only 3 pieces and we have 2 here, maybe it'll point us to hopefully maybe the one that we're missing. But also, I don't know that this compass is big enough for a whole hand. Do you think we could just like flip a fingernail or something?
I mean, I think so. I don't know. Maybe
Because the other time it was hair, I think, right?
it was hair. I remember that.
And I mean,
A hand is bigger.
fingernails. Well, true.
I don't know if we want to start cutting pieces off of the pieces that we have, but anyway, it's just a thought. We do have a
Oh.
device that points at people.
Maybe we can use the ring? Maybe that'll fit. So we're not, you know.
Try it.
pulling off more pinkies and stuff.
I mean, I can make the hand smaller too, make it tiny, but I don't know if I can make it hair sized.
Let's try the ring first. Worst case scenario, it don't work, and we gotta move on.
We could also enlarge the compass.
Or that. Could go the other way, yeah.
Would magic like that affect an enchanted item? I mean, I'm
We
all
could-
for, experimenting, but
Anyway, it's just a thought. We do have a direction pointer. I'm sure it's got some sort of distance limitation to it, so it might not do much of anything, but
I mean, it's more of a option than I've thought of, so I think it's great. I'll hand the compass to Parsnip.
You might want to reread the text, just FYI.
Okay. Well, maybe it won't work. Unless it's like right near us.
10-mile radius.
Yeah.
I mean,
We could try it.
we have no idea of what direction to go here, right? Like we could be standing on top of the thing, or it could be on a completely different plane of existence.
Well, here's the thing. It won't. We have to be within 10 miles of the thing. And if we're within 10 miles of it, then it will point us to its direction.
Right.
And so I'm wondering if we pump the spell slot in there, if it's just going to point to what we currently have, because we're the only thing, part of what we're looking for within a 10-mile radius. But I'm down to fuel it if you want to try. Worst case scenario, it don't work.
Sure. I mean, I'm down to try it. We can pretty easily determine if it's just pointing at ourselves by moving around.
Yeah. Let's see what we can do.
If we're really lucky, we're within 10 miles. Seems unlikely since the options are infinite.
Did we ever? You know what? Yeah, let's just try it real fast. Parsnip, do you mind plopping the ring inside, and then I'll send a spell through it, see if we can't channel it or get it charged.
Sure.
And I'll go ahead and charge it.
Looking at the ring, you hadn't really paid that much attention to it before. It looks like a somewhat dried strip of artery. But you go ahead and you set on the little clip, and you pump a first level spell slot into it. The needle moves back and forth for just a second, and it seems like it's pointing slowly towards Parsnip. You adjust the needle around a bit and let gravity kind of move it, and it kind of slowly goes back over to Parsnip. I will make you do an Arcana check for this. You know that it's designed to locate a person or a creature, and so it seems like it's partially working, like, in a very weakened state, as if Parsnip's got a bit of that person on them, but they're not a living person anymore, so it's not necessarily working. And it's only seemingly pointing to Parsnip just a bit. Doesn't seem to go in any other direction.
Yeah, I got a 7, so that's good for me. Unless the 26 is Arcus's Arcana. Oh, that was the one from earlier. Never mind.
If the DC to understand something is like 10 or lower for an Arcana check, I'm going to assume Arcus has it, like with a passive Arcana check.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, shoot.
It was worth a try, buddy.
Yeah, it could have worked.
I wonder if you've got like something about you that that is tied to her explicitly. Because, like, well, I guess we don't know if the were people had an effect with the hand, or the Rat King had an effect with the 2 fingers that we found in his belly. Maybe you should get lycanthropy. Maybe that'll help you out.
Are those two events totally random? Rat King and what was the other one?
We beat up a bunch of were people because they were doing.
They were
Right.
eating people.
Yeah, and one of them had the thing for Phalar and try to like abduct them. Yeah,
Oh, right.
But
but
like,
I will.
did we find the 2 pieces in, like, I don't know, relative sequence? Like, was there anything connecting where we found the 2 pieces, or
I mean,
was
they
it
were. It
just
was
totally
around
random?
Torrington.
One was the Rat King, and what was the other one?
Well, the hand was split between the Rat King and the were creatures.
Okay.
And then the ring is what Parsnip just got from that thing we killed yesterday?
Yeah.
Ish.
I really don't know how to narrow down this search outside of magic.
Well, maybe we can do some more research on her too when we get back home and see if we can't learn something from there, right? Like, it seems to me these things are kind of drawn to Parsnip. And I think if we keep going, he'll probably end up tripping over her femur or something, and there you go.
I just don't know how much time we have. This is a temporary fix. So I don't know if this is something we actively go looking for or just wander around till we step on it.
Yeah, I mean, we can do a little bit of both. Like I said, we got a group back home that can do research for us while we're out. We can,
Ooh.
yeah, I can reach out with a sending spell with orders to Sebastian. Wait, was his name Sebastian?
That was my cousin.
Shoot, that was your cousin. What's the name of our nice house guy? I know his name. I'm just forgetting because I'm
Yeah, I
tired.
forgot to. Yeah, butler guy.
Well, I don't want to call him Butler guy. I mean, actually, that's kind of on brand for me, but also a little rude. Barnabas. That's his name. Okay. Yeah, I can reach out to Barnabas and just, because he's the one that's kind of running things for us while we're away. I don't want to speak for Phalar because we each have our own libraries, but they work in tandem sometime. So I'll just put my group on it, and we'll see what we come up with. But I probably want to do it not in the Feywild.
What did the Silver Willow say, Nip? That Fiona was destroyed and scattered, or
She died, and they tried to um, do a ceremony to bring her back to life. And when they did, she kind of exploded. And the Silver Willow seems to be under the impression that we need to gather the three pieces and then they can try again.
Hmm. Did she mention if this was like a interplanar explosion or just like a local pub explosion?
Well, I would imagine it was interplanar if she blew up here in the Fey and the pieces ended up in the Prime in our
Yeah.
world.
Unless someone found those pieces or knew what they were and didn't want them in the Feywild, maybe that's what's causing like someone intentionally did this.
Wasn't me.
Well, no, I mean, kind of weird for you to be fixing it. Simon doesn't believe Parsnip anymore and gives him a suspicious look. But in all reality, I think you're right, Arcus. We're gonna need to kind of figure out a way to find this magically, potentially, right? Or it'll probably just come to us like the other pieces have.
Yeah, my only concern is the time frame.
Well, we can go talk to the lady, Silver Lady, and see if she has an estimate on how long the patch will work. But I also have a question. Were those Fomorians? They were chasing us. They weren't coming to make the crack larger, right?
It looks like they didn't really have an interest in us.
Well, either way, I guess we should do something. Sure,
Why don't we
worm.
go tell the Silver Lady, that Edith's done, and we can find out how long that Band-Aid's gonna last.
Sure.
That way we can at
We're,
least be better prepared, right?
yep. Maybe she knows something about where the third part might be too. Like even a general area or which plane of existence it ended up on.
DM, can we still see the path to her? Or did that get undone? Because like we were able to get from her to the worm very quickly, right? After we had met her.
You look and you see the trail out in front of you. And the trail seems to go on for quite some time. Parsnip looks, and he sees about 200 yards away the glade.
There it is.
Simon will follow Parsnip.
Follow the parsnip.
Okay. You guys look forward. Parsnip walks ahead, and it takes you just a couple of minutes to walk up towards that glade. And once again, you see this silver willow next to a small pond.
This music is really intense for what
Yes, it was.
I'm gonna say, wait a minute, are we about to get into a boss fight?
Hello, milady. The crack has been plugged.
For now.
You when you come up to the willow tree, and you just kind of say that out loud, and it giggles. The tree itself giggles and kind of shivers around a little bit as it kind of sways back and forth for a moment, and then rises up and again turns into that about 8 foot tall, pure silver elven woman. And she looks at you. Yes, it is. I can feel it. It's taking much less effort for us to contain any of the ugliness, the Feydark. It's not seeping through. I'm quite relaxed now. I thank you for you doing this. But why are you back so soon?
We had some questions. How long? Because you said that was a temporary measure. How long do we have?
She looks down at you. Little one, do you see that rock next to your foot?
Yeah,
Would you mind picking it up for me?
sure, I don't mind. And Simon will reach down and pluck it up and hold it out to her.
It's just a few pounds. She goes, okay, hold it in that hand. And she points to your right hand.
Okay.
All right, stretch your arm out to the side.
Any particular? Okay. he'll do it.
See, you could hold that. You could hold it for a time, right? How long you can hold that is probably just temporary, isn't it? Do you know exactly how long you could hold your arm out there if you really tried?
Mm, No. I mean, if I have my gauntlets of ogre strength or ogre power on, probably a lot longer, but no.
Probably. So the time it would take for you to be able to hold your arm out is temporary. We don't know exactly how long that is.
Okay. Asked and answered.
Do you have any indication where the third piece of Fiona Bion Biongla might be?
She looks a little terse towards you. She goes, Fanula.
Fanula.
Vanilla,
Sorry.
man.
Apologies.
I do not. But I suspect that she is in some way connected to your companion here. As she looks towards Parsnip, I would assume that if he stumbled upon 2/3 of her, he is likely to stumble upon the rest, just traveling as he would without looking for it.
Simon
This
has a
is,
slight smug look, but that's it.
I do believe that I said that to you when you visited me previously.
You know, your beauty is just so radiant that it distracted me, and I must not have. We must not have heard that part.
Are you being sincere in your compliments?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Simon can appreciate beautiful things and beautiful people.
She just sits there and she kind of holds her one of her hands close to her hip, and the other's holding onto her staff that has like a glowing moonstone in it, while silver sparkles kind of flutter around her, and she just kind of gently sways a little bit, just kind of staring at you all. Doesn't seem to have anything to say.
Well, I guess we got our answers. I appreciate your time, ma'am. Thanks for turning to a person to talk to us.
She gives a tiny little smile. Again, kind of chuckles to herself a little bit. And as everyone is kind of turning away from her, she just kind of slowly bends over until she once again, as it will.
I guess we can go get the old person his apple now.
Sounds good to me. I start walking back to where the worm is.
It just takes a couple of minutes, and you guys are able to follow Parsnip back over to the tree that has the portal between the material realm and the Feywild.
Yep, Simon follows.
And you're back again.
Yep, ready to go home.
Yep. And you need me to take you there, don't you?
Yes. Unless Simon looks at Arcus. Did you learn like teleportation circle?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Worm,
don't know.
preferably we could go through the portal and end up back where we were around the same time we left.
Worm looks towards you and kind of raises one eyebrow. Just an inquisitive look.
Do you have any messages that you need us to tell your butt?
Oh, I don't give him but a time of day. No. Ugh.
Okay. Can you take us home?
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Finally, somebody like actually says what they need here. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can open a thing for you, but you got to follow the rules. You don't
Simon
have to.
starts rummaging through his
Hey.
pack.
All
And it
right,
needs
so
to be valuable, is that right?
valuable. What you consider valuable? I would want something, important. Yeah, so some people might say valuable is important, but I want something valuable.
Okay. Hmm.
You could, maybe something a little less valuable if you can give me a fun little rhyme about it. That works too.
Yeah. Hmm. Simon has 4 scales from the Answer Dragon, so he's gonna pull out one of those scales. It's a pure solid brass scale from the Answer Dragon. That's what I have.
Oh, that looks like it's important to you.
It's very important to me. It's from the first dragon, well, second dragon that I knowingly met. So, but yeah, it was a fun trip to go see him.
No, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, that's good stuff. You see him uncoil a bit and lower himself down, similar to the other word, and he kind of twists himself over, and you see another pouch.
Simon just mage hands it in and then goes through the portal.
It goes in and he goes, that's the good stuff. All right, go ahead and you look inside and you see this slight little blue shimmer happen inside of the tree. Only Simon sees it.
And I'll wave to his friends and just jump on through.
Simon's the first to walk through, and the head kind of swings back and forth, looking at you. Does anybody else want to travel to the other side?
So Tango can't like try and rush through the portal at the same time as Simon.
You don't even see that it's there. You put your hand on Simon and trying to pass through it, and Simon just kind of vanishes from your grasp.
All right.
There's the rules of the Feywild. Nothing is given.
I'll pull out another glowing rock and go, well, your butt seemed to really like this when I gave it to him. I assume you'll like it just as much.
He kind of swirls back and forth. His head gets down close to this glowing rock. Is this important to you?
Well, I've been carrying it around for a long time, so I guess, yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't think ones of your nature would care too much about a chaos battery, but I'll take it. And he spreads his pouch open.
Okay, I'll toss it in his pouch.
That one tingles. All right. On you go. The portal appears for you.
I'll go through the portal.
Y'all see Parsnip vanish. You are unable to cast Prestidigitation in the middle of the portal.
Sorry, I was looking at what it does. I'm trying to see if I have uh, something to mess with my appearance, but never mind. Gonna try to look like I had aged.
you going through, Darren? Are you even here? I see you're muted.
Yeah. If you're around, Darren, you're muted. Maybe they had to go potty.
Well, all I've got is currency, so I guess I'll give that a try.
Is that important to you?
It's the most important thing we have. How we gain access to everything.
Oh, okay then.
And I'll give them 30 platinum.
He looks at you as you're pulling out this. Okay. I mean, it's not the prettiest of things. It's also metal, but I guess that'll work. He offers you his belly pouch.
In it goes.
Okay, that was smoother than I expected. All right, you go. The blue light glows for you. Step into it, and you all see Arcus vanish.
Okay. What if I told you I don't have anything I'd be willing to part with? I could give you a firm fist bump.
I don't know if you're trying to get a laugh out of me. Maybe it could be funny, but I don't have a fist.
Yeah, I realized that like halfway through saying a handshake. So how does this work?
How does what work?
How do I get home?
I don't know where your home is.
Trying to help.
The
Hold on.
material realm plane, where your butt is.
You just want to get to the material through. I got this portal here, and
Yeah, but
my
I don't have anything to offer. So what happens then?
I mean, no one's ever asked me that before. I don't know. I mean, that's how it works. You give me something that's important to you, and then I give you something that's important to me. I let you I let you into my hole down there.
Why is that important to you?
That's my purpose.
Huh. Okay, I'll keep thinking about it.
Phalar comes up next to you and says, I got this. They pull out a handful of ball bearings, and they say, a handful of marbles, a pocket of glee, a trap for the monsters who chase after me. They offer the marbles or the ball bearings to them. And he's like, nice rhyme. I like it. Uh, opens up his little pouch there. Phalar pulls their hand out and just lets them fall into it. And he smiles and nods, and you see Phalar disappear into the tree.
So rhymes work. Does it have to be alongside an item? What if I told you a story?
Uh, I I really I really like it when someone says a little rhyme. If you want to give me the gift of a story, and if you can throw just one or two in, that'd be great. I would take that.
Uh, sorry. So like just a story, or a story and then something that from the story.
He he looks a little nervous for a second, and he seems to dart his head back and forth. And he looks down on the ground and goes, "Yeah, like you could just talk about that leaf, right? And then you know, yeah, hey, look at this leaf, isn't it green? Uh, I got it from someone that was really mean, like that. Like, see, yeah."
Got it. Okay.
You see a little sweat trickling down on the worm, like he just worked really hard.
Sweet. Okay, I think I can do this. I'm gonna look around and just find like a small little stick.
You find plenty of sticks.
Awesome. I'll like peel the bark off of it so that it's got that like shiny gleam to it, and maybe use my sword to like cut it down to like a wand size length, and then I'll like wave around and tell a story of how this wand, just laying here, lost and forgotten to time, was actually belonged to some magical wizard that dropped it the last time he went through this portal, and I'm doing a terrible job at this, but embellish some long-winded story about the cool magics that come from it.
He listens to your story, and as you're kind of providing it to him, he really seems to pay attention. The concerned look in his eyes seems to have gone away. He's listening just to this. He's like an audience member in a play that he just so wants to go see, and nods along. He pays attention to you.
And you can have the stick. I mean, wand.
Oh, okay. That's an important thing. Whew. A prop from a magnificent performance. Thank you so much. He goes down and curls around, and he very daintily, like a set of lips, plucks a stick from your hand. Flips his side around, and he just kind of opens it wider, and this wand sinks into him. Okay. He looks down, and the blue portal appears for you.
Perfect. I'll sprint through.
Darren, I believe you were the last one on this side, and I know that you were away for a minute, but essentially the worm has asked for some sort of a gift to pass for passage. He says it has to be important. It doesn't have to be valuable. It has to be important. And if you can tell a rhyme about it, that makes it far more important. You just saw Tango basically describe this mighty wizard with a wand that did amazing things with a stick in his hand. After Tango steps through, you see the worm kind of hold his head upwards, kind of pointing upwards for a second, and then he sticks his tongue out, and a wand, the stick that the Tango had given him, comes out of his mouth, and he holds it with his teeth. And he kind of wiggles it around as if his jaw's moving, his tongue's moving it. It suddenly it sparks, and you see fireworks shoot out from it as if he cast a spell from the stick. He grins and swallows it back down, and then looks at you.
Okay. Looking through my inventory, see if I can find anything important. Um, okay, I think I might have something here. Let me just see what rhymes with Viper. Okay. 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 All right. So Darren's gonna take out a small I think it's kind of like a some toilet paper, but kind of looks like a little diaper almost. And he's gonna say, I'll tell you a bit of an embarrassing story.
Cocks an eyebrow, but looks intrigued.
All right. He's gonna look around and he's gonna get a little bit closer. And then he's gonna whisper, you see, before I learned how to use a spell called prestidigitation, um, I needed to use a wiper, but I have found that the closest friends can help you with a diaper. And he'll show the obviously it's not used, it's clean, but he'll show like the toilet paper that it meant so much to him that a friend was able to help him out with that, with casting prestidigitation.
Uh, he looks at you and goes, "That's right. You guys do that thing out of your butts. They don't talk. They, ugh, huh, okay. Yeah, that's got to be important."
You not do the same from your other end.
My ass, nah, it just doesn't shut up. Uh, he comes down and he uses this little slit in this underside of him and you kind of pluck the object from your hand and
It's
kind of
clean. It's clean.
he slurps it up. Goes, Go on now. And a little blue haze appears in the crook of the tree.
Okay. All right. Yeah. He'll jump in.
Darren, you're the last one to pass through it, but you're actually the first one to come out on the other side. And it's a little strange. You're not sure if everyone just turned around or something, but you could swear right as your head kind of passes through the portal, you kind of look down to your bottom right, and it looks like the back of Tango's leg just disappeared into the portal.
He's going back almost.
Uh, a moment later, he steps out, and then everyone else follows behind Darren.
Oh, I see. It's backwards. Okay. I'll just kind of make a mental note of that.
And with that, you guys are back. See, not gone for more than a moment.
How long was it?
I think you were gone for like 6 or 7 of what you call seconds?
Oh, well, that's great. For us, it must have been, like a day or two.
You know, time travel's a little bit different, right? Couple seconds go by, what happens? I got me a new best friend, eh? Eh?
Yeah, buddy.
Well, hey, you know what? I got something for you. Hold on. Um, the worm stretches out and gets kind of low, and he, for a second, you guys think he might just be a cat, as his head kind of bobs back and forth, and you hear this, and then out of his mouth plops a little a stone, a worked stone that seems to be smooth, a little smaller than a fist, has a little bit of a hook on it. He goes, "Hey, there you go, buddy. Now we can talk. That's for you."
Thanks, buddy. Wait, what is this? A worm with a hook?
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I like you. You make good jokes. Yeah, I'll just hook that right onto your ear.
Oh. Oh, I get it. An accessory. Yeah, this will look great.
Yeah, every day you can chime in and say hi to me. We get to talk. Got a few minutes. Say hello. I can tell you how freaking bored I am. You can tell me about all your adventures. It'll be great.
Awesome. Already looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I ain't never had a best friend before. I just got an ass I gotta deal with.
Don't we all?
Yeah, we all do. Right. So, I, I can already see y'all got some kind of a change happening there. The ground, it's still kind of ugly here, but ain't got those vapors anymore. They just died off right when you guys walked in.
That's good news. Does this mean you're gonna have to move?
With that, you guys kind of look around and you see the ground has got that, still has that same tint to it, that discoloration. It's saturated into it. But everywhere you saw that kind of corruption in the ground, there's always this tiniest little bit of a haze kind of lifting up from the ground, like a weak mist. And you can see that that is no longer happening.
Right on. It looks like it worked for now. I guess we'll probably be back.
So, does
Hey, I
this
look
mean
forward to it.
does this mean that you're gonna have to move?
And hey, as long as you and me are best buds, hey, I'll be happy to have passage for you anytime.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Sweet. I'll be sure to make use of that. And we'll talk all the time.
I like it. Friendship, the gift that keeps on giving. Kind of like one of those, what do they call it? Like membership clubs where you get stuff sent to you. Ugh. Tell you where I'm from, that's awful. You got these little rabbits, they're always bringing you acorns. You sign up just one time to get some information from them. Ugh, and they're just going to keep bringing you these stupid little acorns. again and again, and every single time you gotta give them something in return. It's nice sometimes, but I swear, oh, they get you with those.
How often do you need acorns?
Well, apparently, they think you need at least one a month. Is what they tell you. It's supposed to be a variety, but it tends to just be the same thing each and every time.
Uh, there's no like cancellation process.
Ah, they're supposed to be. They say cancel any time, but no. You tell one rabbit, "Hey, I want to cancel." The next one's like, "I didn't know that. You got to talk to this other one." Ah, they give you the runaround each and every time.
Uh, that's rough. So good to know. Thanks for the information. I will make sure never to sign up for an acorn delivery with any rabbits. Rabbits? Squirrels?
It's the rabbits that deliver them. It's the squirrels that convince you to take them.
Cool. I'm gonna avoid all wildlife for a little while.
Well, you take care out there. This place, this place is weird and kind of gives me the creeps. I'm happy at least I get to stay here close to my nice little portal.
Yeah, I think my good friend here was asking a question about that.
Yeah. Does the fact that
I
everything's going
assume that you're talking of Arcus, who he will turn his attention towards.
Nope, Simon.
He gets real low and looks down at Simon, who's might still be on mute.
Can you hear me?
You can hear him.
I can hear you.
Okay. Wes, can you hear me?
Well, I'm glad y'all were able to come back in one piece and bring me my new best friend.
Wes, can you not hear Simon?
I cannot know.
He's been asking a question 4 times.
I cannot hear
We
him.
can
Hold
all
on.
hear him.
Try now, Simon.
Hello.
There we go. I
Poor
couldn't hear you.
Simon.
I was
I
like,
was gonna say, are you okay?
did Simon die and no one noticed?
Okay, so you had to walk away and there was doggies barking and you hollering. I'm like, oh, I will mute him for the server to help people
Yes.
out. And
Thank
apparently
you.
you stayed muted for me.
No, I appreciate you doing that. I am so sorry about that. Just unrelated. Um, yeah. So if everything's fixed here and it's going back to what we consider normal, does that mean you're gonna still be here? Or will you have to move?
Well, yar to you too, matey. And I don't think everything's fixed. From what I could tell, it's just not, leaking like a sieve right now.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes when you're really low to the ground, I just can't hear you for a bit.
No, I mean I get it.
Y'all take care. I mean, you can hang out here if you want to. I get it if you don't want to stay too much longer with me. I mean, sure you got place to go, people to see, but hey, you want to stick around and be buddies? It's fine by me too.
I think we do got some errands to run, some people to see, like you say. But I'll be in touch real soon, buddy.
We'll be back.
Yeah, talk to you later.
Nearby is that small orchard of apple trees, and you mentioned wanting to go and grab an apple for the guy. As you head to the orchard, it's still colored wrong. The apples haven't changed back to red delicious looking apples. They're still odd colors and so forth. Most of the ones on the ground, the cores and so forth, they're all still a bit odd, though you don't see again that haze coming up from the ground.
Can Simon grab one of the apples, uh, or like climb the tree to grab an apple and just kind of inspect it and smell it?
Yeah. You grab a couple of apples and smell them, look at them. They smell a little sweet. They smell a little more appley. If you pick them up off the ground, you don't have an issue. If you actually do climb the tree, you'll be giving me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Well, that's what he's gonna do.
Okay. I don't remember if you were one of the ones that this before, but several people sniffed the apples straight from the tree previously, or that
Oh.
had fallen close to the tree, and had a very difficult time not trying to eat them. It's been a couple of days, so maybe you forgot. You climb up a tree, you pop one off. It's super fresh. It is the most appley smelling apple you've ever smelled in your life. You start to put it in your mouth, and then at the last thing you're like, nope, nope, I'm going to pull this away, and you resist the compulsion to eat it.
Yeah, Simon's gonna just put that back on the ground and walk away. We should probably tell them not to feed the old man these apples.
It You realize it hasn't been a lot of time, but those creatures that you slayed here, you don't really see them anymore until you get close and look in the areas where you think you made them fall. And you can kind of tell they've mushed and disintegrated. It's quite reminiscent of how the Fomorians seem to decompose. Arcus, with your 26 before, when it came to having knowledge of the Fae, something comes back to you. You realize that one of the most important rules in the Fae, not the most important rule is of everybody knows you never accept a gift from them. But the another rule that's very important is you don't eat the food of the Feywild. That it can be addictive, to say the least.
Yeah, we probably don't want to feed these apples to anybody until they either turn back or normal apples grow out of these trees.
It's not much for you guys to pass through the orchard, maybe heading on your way back, but I'm not going to make an assumption as to the direction of the group. Uh, where do you guys want to go?
We probably need to go back to Parsnips Village, right? Just to give them the warning about the apples.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We maybe go back to the village, tell them, hey, it's not over yet, and just continue on our journey.
Well, just give them a heads up as to what was causing the issue, and tell
Yeah.
them to be on the lookout for the purple mist again. Also, we probably need to give them our address, Parsnip, so they can send you stuff.
Like, what would they send me?
I mean, like letters and stuff.
Oh,
Unless your family can do what we can do and just pop in someone's head.
I can't do that.
Then yeah, let's that way they know how to get a hold of you.
Simon then
Okay.
remembers. Simon then remembers that Turnip probably pooped himself just a little bit when you just jumped into his head.
Simon doesn't think half the time. That's fair.
Fair. All right then. You guys pass the orchard and head on back to Matorville.
Oh yeah, didn't they think the world was coming to an end or something like that, or like the village was about to be destroyed because of what was happening?
They always think that.
Well, I mean, they were kind of right.
It's not a long walk. No, it seems like it's very easy for Parsnip, of course, to head along the trail. His feet seem to fall in such a way that every root and every rock is known to him. The rest of you are just a little bit slowed down, not substantially, but after a short while, you get back to the little village, the little hamlet. Short little elven fellow with slightly greenish skin steps out onto their porch as you guys are kind of walking into the town. And he just has this happy little grin on his face, and he raises up one hand and kind of gives you a little wave.
Give him a wave back.
Once you guys get a little bit closer, he kind of calls on to you. Oh, you made it. That's good. Uh, any luck at the orchard?
Kinda. Um, it's kind of like a good news, bad news kind of situation. The good news is
Hold on a second. Wait a second before you give me the news. He kind of looks up and said, "Ladies, they're back." Ah. And you look over towards the river, and you see this happy little gnome lady kind of walking quickly with a bucket of water in her hands. She kind of runs in. She's okay. Welcome. Okay. Yeah. She kind of just sits there out of breath, looking up at a Gallic and looking back at you expectantly.
yeah. So about the orchard, y'all remember all that purple mist that was coming around and making y'all think that the village was going to be destroyed, and was kind of making like the weird rabbits happen and like the weird animals happen.
Yes. We're figured our time's coming soon.
Well, it's not. Parsnip was able to kind of put a temporary band-aid on it. But you probably want to wait for the apples to return to normal before you eat anything from that orchard.
Okay, so it seems like a pretty big bandage you would have needed. How did you put a bandage on the forest?
I plugged the crack.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. He gives you that face that's like, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, so it was leaking from the Feywild, and so we went into the Feywild, and we talked to a tree lady, and she gave us a moonstone, and then we went into the Feydark, and in the Feydark, Parsnip took the moonstone and sealed up the crack that was leaking into the Feywild into here.
Huh. And he did that in the time it takes you to go pluck some apples and come back?
Yeah, time's weird over there. It passes differently. Like, we spent like 2 days there, but apparently the time here was, just passing like seconds were days over there. So
Garlic looks a bit confused, but his sister walks up to him. And she kind of looks down on him. She goes, that's what makes it all the more believable. I mean, look, we've not known Parsnip to be one to not tell the truth. So if they say it, then that's great. She looks down at the group and goes, so how long is temporary?
yeah, that I have no idea. Like I said, we asked, and then the lady's answer was, well, to pick up a rock and to hold it out to your side. And she said, you don't really know how long you can hold that rock there, so we don't really know how long we can hold back the flood, but for now, it's held back. She didn't seem too terribly like in a rush. So
the siblings look at each other and one of them goes, that makes absolutely no sense. The other one shrugs. Okay.
I mean, Feywild shenanigans, who knows? They do things differently there.
Okay, well, that's nice, y'all. So that no apples?
Yeah, no apples.
Oh, Collard's gonna be such a little prick now, but oh well.
Yeah.
All the trees are contaminated.
If y'all eat those apples, y'all ever have like good drugs?
I think he's talking about, like and he like makes some sort of a motion with his fingers towards his lips. He's like does like a puffing motion.
Yeah, the gnomish lettuce. Yeah. So it'll, unlike the feelings of that, it'll get you addicted, and you'll just keep eating and eating and eating until you pop. So just give it some time.
That's that's good to know. Well, give it some time, right? Time. Yep. Okay. So wait, just to make sure I got this right. If Claude wished to get some of these apples, he'd just like eat them till he pops.
They make themselves really addictive. I don't know what else will happen to him, but you know what? He's hundreds of years old. You know what? Just let him live his best life. He probably ain't got that much longer.
You see the old little short elf up there, kind of stroking his chin, contemplating, and his sister walks up behind him, smacks him upside the head. She goes, "Oh!" It's like, all right, yeah, bye. Well, thanks for stopping at the end of the world and all. Make yourselves at home. You see the two of them kind of shimmy back inside off their porch. And yeah, Letus heard what you said about the lack of edible apples. She looks a little pouty, but then gets a smile on her face, takes her bucket of water into the quote inn.
What time of day is it again?
Probably 1, 2 o'clock, something like that. You guys woke up, had breakfast and so forth, kind of prepared. It's like a 20-minute walk. You guys hung out at the orchard and the portal tree, maybe like an hour total. And you essentially returned at the same moment that you left. So, not lunchtime, essentially.
Friends, should we get going then? Should we go back to Bodie McBoatface?
Yeah, we might as well carry on our way.
I'm gonna go by and let the parents know that the crack's been plugged.
Uh, okay. They don't seem to get it at all, but they
Let's
clearly
just
are very
say
proud of you.
the purple vapors won't be back for a while.
Well,
But most of the stuff that's been contaminated is probably going to stay that way.
uh, okay. Okay. We'll keep an eye on it. Uh, we'll watch for the rabbits with the weird eyes.
Oh, and here's my address if you want to write me a letter.
Your father takes it, looks at it, he nods. Uh, oh, uh, you should stop by. You should stop by Bracco's if you're planning to leave. He was working on something.
Oh, yeah, I left him that head. Okay, stop by Bracco's.
Um, tall furbog, big pouch of almost like not quite an afro of green tousled hair at the top of his head. Did Parsnip have a cloak already?
No.
I don't think he did. Okay. He seems to have removed some of the skin and has prepared a cloak made from Golvorg skin for you. I'll write up a handout for you. But he offers it to you. It's very, very simple. He says, he tells you, uh, I think maybe once a day, um, you'll be able to use that hide for its slippery capabilities. Um, once per day. It's basically one charge that resumes a long rest. Doesn't require attunement. But if a spell attack check is made against you as a reaction, you can use the cloak to essentially divert it away from you. One spell attack check that would hit would essentially miss once per day.
How would that impact magic missile that has multiple attacks with it that auto hit?
There's no spell attack check for that.
Okay. But like Scorching Ray, if I lobbed all three at him, would all three then miss? Or would we have to
It's one spell attack check.
Okay, gotcha.
Wear it in good health.
Thanks, Bracco. As always, you do great work.
Yep.
Back to Bodie.
Guess so.
You guys start traveling back to the river. It's not a tremendously difficult journey. And again, the path, it's fairly narrow. It's not wide enough for a cart. Uh, there's no signs of travel on it. It's essentially a bike trail that you're able to kind of follow along like a road. And again, seems very easy for Parsnip out in the lead. And it takes about a day uh, to get back towards the river. Do you want to push on and try to arrive back towards the river at night, or do you wish to maybe rest in the evening, arrive back at your boat in the daylight?
We have a strong preference for anything.
I guess that depends on how tired we are, right?
I guess DM the amount of time that we spent on the Feywild, do our bodies feel like it's been a fat minute, or do we feel like it really was like 10 seconds?
Your bodies feel like the time passed. It's a little bit just disconcerting. Spell effects that were fairly long duration, longer than about 10 minutes, like Mage Armor has an 8-hour duration. It was cast this morning on the way to the orchard, and it's still up. You would know that you have probably 3 or 4 hours left as you're leaving the village. The shorter duration ones ran their course, anything measured less than hours. Your body has got tired. You rested, but you don't feel like you had a short rest. You're almost on the verge of exhaustion, although exhaustion never crept in.
Well, I think we should take a rest then, and then we'll be on our way to Bodhi. If everyone's okay with that.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'm sorry. So you guys are gonna take a rest on your way and then arrive the next morning, or arrive in the evening.
Take a rest and then go, I think is what we determined.
Yeah. A little nap. Maybe a big nap. I don't know.
I'll probably make a little image for this for later, but I will show this to the group so you guys just have it. Go over a cloak. You guys, you bed down to the night for the night. Do you use the hut like you normally do?
Yeah, I think
yeah,
Arcus
throw up.
yeah, he put it in the chat.
Ah, gotcha. Uh, you put up your hut. There doesn't seem to be any nothing crawls its way in from underneath. There's no corruption coming up from the ground. You're not bothered. It's a fairly uneventful journey through the forest. There are little critters here and there that you would kind of spot. They don't appear to be mutated and corrupted and so forth. And uh, you all lay down for the night. And for what it feels like the first time in about 3 days, you get a good night's sleep and you have a long rest.
Nice.
Before Simon takes that long rest, did you use any of the stored spells, Arcus?
Nope, it was still full.
Perfect. Okay.
On we go to the boat.
Who's the boat?
Uh, if there's something that you wish to do that evening, you guys rest well. Again, the first time that you've been able to get a good night's sleep and actually feel that effect of sleep on your body as time seems to have gotten back into sync with you. You continue on your journey. Again, the rest of the time, it's not so difficult. There's nothing waiting in ambush for you. There's no random encounters here along this little path here in the forest, and Parsnip's able to guide you towards the edge of it. You pass by the barrow of the Gulvergs and the wargs that were transforming into it, and make your way outside of the forest towards the river.
Do we pass the bodies of the assassins?
You haven't quite gotten there yet.
Okay.
You do pass the bodies of the half transformed Gulvergs, the smaller ones. The big one its body seems to have deteriorated. You pass at that burrow, but then after a short while, you do in fact arrive at the river.
Are the bodies still there?
Bear with me.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Believe that worked. You guys should find yourself back on the bridge map.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Can I see our ship? Is that our ship?
I don't
Oh
know.
no.
Can you see it?
I mean, it's not fogged of war, so I'm thinking I can.
Oh yeah, you look over and your boat looks a little bit different than when you guys left it.
A little bit.
I think Bodhi got a glow up, y'all.
What happened to my boat? Our boat. My boat.
Uh-huh. Think that was called a Freudian slip, maybe?
Intentionally accidental.
Uh-huh.
I think Simon might get a little jealous there. Tango?
No?
If that little gremlin is responsible for this, he's
I mean, it
walking
could
the
be
plank.
it could be the fact that you brought Bodie McBoatface into the world, right? Like, you affixed a magical item to your boat that made it sentient. And the last boat we saw that was attached, that had Bodhi's item attached to it, was supernatural in nature. So, just saying.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
Yeah, I mean, what do I know about magic?
Well, let's go see Bodhi.
You all approach, and as you are approaching, you notice that Bodhi's got a bit of a makeover. Coral and some barnacles have kind of formed on it. And then you notice long stretches of coral with crab-like appendages or claws towards the end of it that are just kind of moving about and seem to have a bit of capability. One of them's kind of reaching out and holding on to the shore to anchor itself in, and the other is just kind of moving through the water. Every so often, you see it pick up a little rock, kind of move it around, drop the rock. It's just doing stuff.
Why does Arcus have a purple dot on him?
Probably
Facing
for
sideways.
concentration or something.
Oh, I have no idea. Probably concentration.
He's also on his side. I'm wondering if it was when he got knocked down.
Oh yeah, poor guy. He's just gonna yell, Bodhi, could you uh, lower us down with your claws?
Oh, hey there, Cruising. Of course. Happy to help you down. Come on. The claw lets go of the side, and they both kind of reach up towards you, and very, very daintily grab hold of Darren, pick him up, and plop him down on the boat.
That's so cool. Guys, you have to try this. Oh, it's so cool.
Uh, Darren, you're on the deck for just a few seconds after Bodhi's talked, and Rel comes running up from below deck. And he's mate, so glad that you're back. This has been an interesting couple of days. I just hold up your arms, and one by one, it will give you the option, each of you, to get kind of picked up and brought down if you so choose.
Yeah, Simon's definitely down for that. He's gonna be like, uppies!
Yeah, it moves up and it's like, "All right, the crew, come on down, crew. Hey, what? And then another crew, another crew. Fantastic. We're so great that you're happy and back and ready for our next adventure. Rel sees you all getting back on board. It's like, I'll tell you, that little guy. Oh, hey, who's making poor Brody? I think it all worked out, but I had to hold my breath so much.
Why did you have to hold your breath? What are you talking about, buddy?
Apparently, he's still a member of the crew, right? And he kept saying, stuff about, you can go longer. I know you're submersible at heart. You could be a submarine. That's what he would call it. Poor Bodie kept going underwater, dragging himself down. And it just like pieces of the ground would just get attached and added to it. And he stayed down as long as he could, but it was hard. It was just back up. This boats are meant to float.
You said the little goblin did this?
He's around here somewhere. I swear he just, I don't know. I never know where he is. He's just there. Then next thing you know, he's like, Bodhi, do this. And Bodhi does his best to do it.
Simon will walk over to Arcus and like lift his robes and look underneath to see if he's like back on his leg.
No, you do not currently see Gizzo.
You have very nice legs, Arcus. And he'll just put the rope down.
Well, they get me around, you know.
Apparently.
Simon, that's not really something you should say in public.
What? That he has nice legs?
Yeah, at least where I'm from, I think that it is called feline calling or something like that.
Do you know what he's talking about, Arcus?
Nope, this one's all on you, Mr. Stitch Fix.
I have no idea what he's talking about either.
Appreciate the compliment, though.
Yeah, no worries. And I'll just like slap the back of your calf, kind of like, patting, and then just walk away.
Ah,
DM, could
yeah,
could I make some type of roll to see to incite Bodhi to see how they react?
certainly.
Are you trying to ship Simon and Bodhi?
What would what would it be, Arcana or Insight or anything else?
Well, if you have like shipwright tools that you could use that. Insight's fine. Insight's fine.
Uh,
Yeah. It's a little bit difficult to tell, but Simon and Bodhi, they sound like they're speaking the same language right now. In fact, when Simon is looking at their legs and he makes the comments, of course, Simon mentions how great Arcus's legs and booty are, and Bodhi's like, yeah, great booties to me too.
oh man. Okay.
So Simon accidentally sexually harassed. Okay, that's cool. That's fine, I guess. That's
Man, I think we need to go to Adventure HR.
I think Simon's gonna get canceled in a minute.
Yeah.
Well, Captain and crew, what to do now? Am I going to try to be a submersible again? It's been kind of hard, but I got arms.
Yeah, so where did the arms come from? Was that Gizzo? The little gremlin guy?
Crewman Gizzo. Yes, he has some interesting ideas for what we should do. But he helped me out. I got some coral. I got armor. I got arms. So hey, not so bad.
Okay. You know that your body is your body, and it's nobody's body but yours, right?
To you too, matey. Yeah. And
Okay.
I appreciate you talking about my booty in such a way.
Simon gives up on life.
Yeah, if you want, you should swim on over and take a look. I think I'm quite beautiful on the other side too. Go ahead and make a perception check there, Tango. Tango, you go down and you go under just a little bit, and you're looking for Gizzo, and you hear this little bit of a sound coming from a little bit forward within your boat, and you hear this. Yes, this way. Aha! Oh, neighbor.
Can I sneak up on him?
Oh yeah. So as you quietly approach, you realize that there is in fact a small cage with like 5 of the 6 sides, well, 4 essentially, a cage that seems to be affixed to the floor above, so the ceiling of the down below area. And inside you see Gizzo, who's just kind of sitting there cross-legged inside of his little cage with what appears to be a little steering wheel made out of coral, and he's driving the boat with this. At least it seems that that's what he's currently imagining as he's sometimes leaning back, going forward, leaning to the left, leaning to the right, letting out little nautical commands with his coral steering wheel.
Is he like locked up in this cage? Is it a protective thing, or can I sneak up and grab him?
Oh yeah, the back of it is open. It's like a cage with all the sides there, except for one of them that you can easily walk in and out of, and that's where his back is. Like he crawled up into it and just got comfy.
Cool. Yeah, I'm sneak up behind him and just try and grab him, lift him up,
Yeah,
hold him on tight.
you go up and you grab hold of him. No problem. He wasn't really paying attention. He was all in his own world. You grab hold of him. He weighs like 2 pounds. He's like, oh,
What have you done to my ship, you little gremlin?
isn't this amazing? He's got arms and armor.
This was not your ship to do this with. And I'm gonna start taking him upstairs.
You do. Oh, it's like a present for us.
There's like a vein on Tango's forehead that is pulsing right now.
You all see Tango walk up with Gizmo kind of dangling there, and his legs just going back and forth. In one hand, he's got this circular piece of coral with some spokes in it, kind of you reminiscent of a steering wheel. And he takes his other hand and kind of waves at y'all. He looks very, very happy and pleased with himself right now.
Gizzo, this is amazing.
What? Don't enable him, Simon.
Why? It's so cool. Our boat has arms.
Yeah, boats aren't supposed to have arms.
I mean, are you sure?
Have you ever seen a boat with arms?
Okay. I think it makes our boat very unique. One of a kind, even.
You'll see Gizmo reach up and kind of put his lips towards Tango and whisper something at him.
I don't. Okay. Hey, Arcus, do you want to take this little guy? Before I do something you guys won't like me for?
Like, sure. Gizzo's my responsibility, I guess. Okay. Yep. No problem. I'll take him.
Well, it's you or I'm throwing him overboard.
Right. I guess it's me then.
Gizzo's a collective responsibility.
Arcus ponders that for a little while and says, "All right, give him here, I guess."
When you hand Gizmo off, he goes, Bird, let me show you something. Hey, what's this? And he wiggles to try to get free of the grip of you two. Do you let him go?
Arcus does.
Right. You guys watch this little Gizmo runs up towards about the middle of the boat, and he goes, "Buddy, smash!" And you see one of those coral arms sweep up, grab hold of Gizzo, and toss him out into the middle of the water. As he flies through the air, he's like, and he goes, just sort of blips into the water. And starts swimming back over. Takes him a lot longer than you would think for him to swim, but yeah, then you realize, yeah, he's pretty tiny. And you after a painful amount of time watching him slip back over, he gets close to the boat and goes, please. And the claw reaches down, gently picks him up, and plunks him back down in the middle of the boat. See.
Is
Simon calls out, "Throw me, throw me, throw me!"
Of course, crewman. One of the claws comes over, it grabs hold of Simon very gently, and it tosses Simon. Simon, you go sailing through the water and splish down right in the middle. Over here. Simon, when you hit the water, it feels thin like air. You immediately sink 40 feet down. The water breathing spell that Arcus cast on you doesn't seem to be working. You feel like you are passing out. You can't swim. You can't move. Your muscles are almost entirely like locked up. You are essentially unconscious, and you guys watch in this clear, salty water as Simon drops like a rock.
well, we should do something about that. Can we see Simon at the bottom, or is he out of sight?
After about 30 feet down, it gets really hard to see him. But you have a general idea as to where Simon is.
Does anyone know if Simon can swim?
Hmm.
Looking down, Dan, does it look like he's struggling? Like there's a lot of bubbles, or not really?
A little bit of bubbles, and Simon flittered down. His arms were just like flopping in the wind, or like they would be flopping in the wind, but in the water. As he just
Oh no!
he just it's like he went unconscious when he hit the water.
Oh no! Darren's gonna throw his shield down and just jump.
All right. Darren, you dive in after him. Go ahead and give me an athletics check with disadvantage as you are armored. Simon, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw as you're starting to drown.
Oh, I'll use. Oh, never mind. I can't use it.
You guys see Darren out in the water in his full armor, trying to swim, and he's not doing too good. You get about 10 feet out. All right, Simon, you have not started drowning yet, but you are holding your breath, and it's very, very difficult for you to hold your breath right now.
Bodhi, can you grab these two and put them back on the boat?
Yeah. Darren, as you're like splashing through the water, not doing so well. A claw grabs you and gently picks you up. Bodhi moves over directly over Simon, and you see one of its claws plunge down into the water and kind of fish about. I'm not able to reach him, Captain. On crew.
This
Simon
took a dark
breathing.
turn.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, Arcus will cast Dimension Door to the last spot that he's seen Simon, or where he thinks Simon will be.
Okay. Are you sending yourself in?
Yeah.
All right, Marcus, you dimension door. The water is clear. It's salt water, so it's not crystal clear. It's a little burning in the eyes as you pop in, and you find yourself about 35 feet below water, and you see Simon on this rocky ground, just incapable of movement or anything else, about 10 feet below you.
I'll swim down to him.
All right. If
Yeah.
you can give me an athletics check, please. The DC is just 10.
Did Simon eat a fruit from One Piece? Is that what's happening?
You go down about 5 feet. It's like you think that gravity would pull you down, but there's some buoyancy, and it's not that easy. You're struggling to get down to Simon. Simon, you can give me another Constitution saving throw, please. Simon, you are no longer able to hold your breath, and you find yourself now under the drowning rules.
Oh no.
Another round goes by. Arcus, you're underwater. If you want to try to swim down to him again, you can make another athletics check.
I will try again.
You muscle some strength and you kick your feet and you get down and you're able to grab hold of Simon now. You're at the bottom of the water holding on to this what feels like a 30-pound rock that is Simon, a squishy rock. He's in your arms and he's just completely loose.
And then I'll cast Dimension Door again back to the boat.
Does Dimension Door have a verbal component?
Oh
I
no.
don't know. It only has a verbal component.
Oh no.
So as you're down there, you go, and you try to cast a spell, and water starts rushing into your mouth. It doesn't hurt you because you had cast water breathing before, but that doesn't allow you to cast spells down here.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Do I still use the slot?
No, you open your mouth immediately.
Okay.
I start taking off my armor.
Me too. It's gonna take a minute, but me too.
You guys start to doff your armor. You've got several minutes to get to Simon. Simon is drowning, but if I'm not mistaken, it's like 1 plus your Constitution modifier in minutes. So it's literally minutes that he's down there. Arcus, you can go ahead and try again as Simon's changing slightly from purple to blue. You guys are doffing your armor.
Oh, character sheet discussed. Sorry, what am I trying again? The athletics check?
You can make an athletics check to try to swim up with them.
Okay, it'll be -1. 12.
Okay. You get about 10 feet up the climb. Oh, and I was incorrect. No. Because of Simon's particular condition, he's actually already unconscious. You could have held your breath for, I believe it was 5 minutes. So, yeah, Simon, if you would please, the number of rounds. 1.
Oh,
Yes.
exhaustion levels.
There we go. You still got a little bit of time here, Simon. Arcus is working on you. Don't worry, the guys only need 2 minutes and 5 minutes to doff their armor.
You sure? I hope so.
Yeah. Set a breath is choking, gains 1 exhaustion at the end of each of its turns. Okay, this is 5/5. I was looking at 5/5. So Simon, you're gonna have 1 level of exhaustion right now.
Okay.
Arcus, go ahead and make another athletics check.
You got this, Arcus.
The DC is 10 to go 10 feet, 20 to go 15 feet. You You're swimming, but you're unfortunately your noodly appendages are just raking through the water. You look down and you realize you still are in the same position you were about 6 seconds ago. Simon, you get a second level of exhaustion.
Oh no.
Marcus, feel free to make another athletics check. You guys look over and you see Arcus struggling so hard right at the edge of your vision. He's not moving. He's doing everything he can to swim up, but he's not moving. Anybody else have anything that they want to do to try to assist in this situation?
There's nothing I can do.
Right? So Arcus, let's go ahead. Make another
People need some
athletics check.
swimming lessons.
Say again.
That people need some swimming lessons.
Yes, they do. I think let me check one little thing here. Yes. Okay. Well, Feydark is going to do their best. They come over and they're going to I believe they have bless. If they don't have bless, that's okay. They've got their violin, so they'll give you a D4 to your roll as you're in there trying to get yourself swimming upwards there, Arcus. Well, that's okay. With an 11, you get another 10 feet up. You're only 20 feet away, 25 feet away from the surface at this time.
How many exhaustion levels do I have now?
You are now getting your third level of exhaustion, Simon.
Okay.
How far from Bodhi's arms are we?
You believe you are within 5 feet of Bodhi being able to reach you.
How far away from the edge of the boat as I decide to finally come over and watch this?
Just off the side of the boat here, 25 feet down is Simon, who's flailing about. Oh, excuse me, who's limp in the water, and Arcus, who is flailing in the water, trying to get Simon up, not making a lot of progress.
All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and use a telekinetic movement to bring Simon up onto the boat.
That's fair. You reach out and you grab hold of him, and Arcus, you feel Simon being pulled from you. With that pull, you kind of grab hold, and you get popped up towards the surface as well. Tango, you yank Simon up and rest him out down on the boat. Simon, you'll have had four levels entirely of exhaustion as you land on the boat and the water kind of falls off of you, and then you're suddenly able to breathe, and you can feel that you have control to be able to move yourself again. You feel a connection to magic once again with those 4 levels of exhaustion.
Well, that was awful.
The boat tried to kill you.
No, it was weird. Like,
It's all Gizzo's fault.
no, it's not Gizzo's fault. I hit the water and just lost everything.
Simon, this is seawater. Flows into the ocean. It's probably got some springs that connect to it too. So it's not incredibly salty. It's fairly clear, but it does have salt water in it. You've touched the water in the Fey before, but that was pure, clear spring water. So this one affected you. Arcus, you kind of hold your arms up and it goes, I'm going to help you. And a claw comes down and gently scoops you up and places you on the boat.
So I can kind of infer that it was seawater that did it.
That you can.
I think I'm allergic to the sea.
Well, ain't that something? A pirate allergic to the sea, and a boat with freaking arms. What a day.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. I'm assuming I've touched seawater before, so I'm not sure what happened. Thank y'all for saving me.
I mean, do you need CPR?
I think CPR is for when I'm not conscious, and I'm conscious. I don't know that I need CPR.
He's gonna scratch his head. He's gonna say, "Are you sure? I read it in a book when I was like 10."
I think I'm okay.
You might be okay, but you look like shit.
Yeah, I feel like shit. It was not a pleasant experience. I'm gonna go lay down, y'all.
Yeah, go lay down. Arr.
I've gone ahead and updated. I pasted in one of the DM notes from one of your items there, Mr. Simon.
Okay.
Well, the fun and pleasant experience of getting tossed and swimming in beautiful water turned into a near tragedy, with poor Simon sinking. But he's back up, heading down to rest, and you guys have the world at your fingertips. Bodhi basically speaks to you all. Crew and captain, where are we off to?
We were headed for Darren's house before all this, right?
Right, right. Yeah, I suppose we keep heading over there.
Ah, Darren's house! Fantastic! I don't know where that is.
Just keep going up north, Bodhi. You're doing great.
North. Are we taking
We're
the
headed.
river?
We're headed to Nevilton. Nevilton.
You think you can handle the river, Bodhi?
I can handle the river, crewman. With that, Bodhi turns the boat north and begins heading up the river. A few places it gets a little shallow, and these claws are quite helpful. He grabs hold of the land with it when he needs to, can almost lift himself up and get over those shallows, those rocks, and so forth. As the party is going to continue on towards Nevilton.
Oh, we're almost there.
With that, Darren was almost home. It takes roughly a day for you guys to reach a bridge that you would recognize leads to Nevilton to the west and Stillpond, the port town, to the east. In this day of travel, is there anything that you guys would want to do on your boat?
Simon's just gonna try to rest as much as he can. Would he put 2 and 2 together as to the source of what happened?
Uh, Most likely. I mean, you're an adventurer. You know that some items sometimes have a curse that goes along with them, and you know what you've played with since you were last in the water.
Okay. He's gonna reach out to Arcus, uh, kind of whispering, "So, I think I got something from one of those items. Do you have, like, an ability to remove a curse?"
Funny you say that. I just prepared it this morning.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Man, great legs and a great mind. Can you do me a huge favor and, decursify me?
Uh,
I don't know if it's on me or if it's the item that I need to give you.
okay. You know which item is cursed? You're
I
sure of that?
I have a really good idea. Will the remove curse destroy the item? Because I really like it. But I also
The,
need to be able to swim and not
the
drown.
the curse will remain, but your attunement to it will end. So you can discard it.
Would I still be affected by the curse?
I don't know that answer.
Okay, well, um,
And I basically explain remove curse to Simon as best I can. See, I don't know if you're cursed or if the item is cursed and you're just holding the item.
well,
So
we'll find out.
if I cast it on you, then the curse will end. If I cast it on the item, you'll just be able to throw the item away. It'll still be cursed.
Yeah. Uh, I wonder if I can find a craftsman to make my wand into something similar to this weapon. Please fix me. I know that that's kind of an impossible task.
Which
Um,
which way do you want to go? You or the item?
can you cast it on me?
Yes.
Okay.
On Simon.
Um, Simon, you have the remove curse cast on you, and you no longer feel a real strong need to kind of clutch on to that um, gun-like apparatus that you've been clinging to so tightly. Your attunement with it ends,
Okay.
and Arcus, you notice that the look in Simon's face changes. He looks a little more like Simon now. He's not quite like squinting that one eye that he always seemed to have to squint, and he's not treating his foot like a peg leg anymore. Like you don't know when he started doing that. And the first time he speaks, he no longer starts his sentences with "yar."
No.
Did it work?
Simon, I think I've made a terrible mistake.
Why? What happened? Oh God.
I'm just kidding. You're good.
Ah, you can't do that to me, buddy. I
Do
don't
you
have
want
the
me
heart left for it.
do you want me to take that thing from you or
Yeah. It sucks because like it was really fun, and it kind of made my blast a little more accurate, I think. But
maybe we
I
just
can't.
throw it overboard?
Well, no, but like I can't not. I can't not swim when we in seawater when one of our predominant modes of transport is Bodie McBoatface. That's just asking for trouble.
Okay.
I agree. I don't know how long this will work. Like I'm just a little worried, at some point you might just want gun back. Right? Like
I mean,
I don't know how this will work.
well, we'll figure it out. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
hand you the gun. I trust you, buddy. Thank you. And I like cautiously peek under his robe to see if Gizzo's there, because I want to tell Gizzo to leave it alone.
You peer underneath Arcus's robe. You see a couple of big eyes staring back at you.
Hey, don't touch the thing I just gave Arcus. It could kill you.
What'd you give?
Something cursed.
Oh,
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Pinky promise?
okay. He reaches into his bag and he pulls out what appears to be a severed pinky and offers it to you.
Oh shit. Thanks, buddy. And Simon will take the pinky and he's not going to put it in his bag because it's a goddamn severed pinky, but he'll just take it upstairs. He'll just take it and be like, yeah, that's not really what I meant, but thanks. Does
Arcus
it look
will
like
take
it's...
Arcus will take the gun with his mage hand and like put it in a get somehow. He'll try not to touch it because he's scared of it now and he doesn't want to peg leg.
Does the pinky look like one of Arcus's pinkies?
No, it doesn't at all.
Is it human?
It's humanoid. It looks like probably someone that is the size of your companion, so it's not gnomon size. It's changed to a grayish color, but not like Arcus gray, more like slightly decomposed gray. So you're not sure what species it would necessarily be from.
Okay, Simon's going to use Mage Hand, and he's just going to walk up to the top, like to the deck, and just drop that overboard. And then clean his hands.
Drops into the water, and you can just see it trickle back and forth a little bit, and it sinks. Darren, as you guys are approaching your hometown, you've got a couple points of entry. You could take the boat on up and park it a little bit south of the town, take the road up through the southern gate. You could take the boat and put it over on the east side, take the road and come in through the east gate. Or you could go through take a longer route and go either from the north or the west. How would you, suggest to the group that you head to your town?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me open up the map again. Okay. Well, the gates are okay. I see. It would probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, DM, because I feel like you would know what Darren would probably know best. But I think going through the Thieves' Gate would be better to be a little bit more on the low, like a little bit more careful of who sees Darren.
That would certainly make sense.
Okay, yeah. So I feel like he'd usually going through the Noble's Gate, but the Thieves' Gate seems more fitting right now.
Okay. So we'll kind of set the scene here. You guys instruct Bodhi to kind of move over to the western shore, a little bit south of the city. You get out at a convenient place and head on up onto land. And with just a short little trek, you find a well-paved road that runs north and south. And you guys start walking north. Off in the distance, you begin to see a city coming into view. The city is a walled city. It's clearly well fortified. The first thing that you'll notice, kind of peeking over the top, is this hill, a walled hill. And you think that might be the city at first. But as you come and get closer and closer, you recognize that it's actually an inner portion of the city as a second area with a much more massive, larger scale is starting to come into view. Up ahead, the trail goes forward and there's farmland scattered about. You start walking along it, and a massive gate is there in front of you. And a little scene plays out that you can see from a distance. There's several people that are looking to get into the city. There's a line. It's clear that they are checking who you are as you enter it. And you make out a figure. This seems to be probably like a young girl, a teenager, who's currently speaking to the guards. Again, far off in the distance, you're mostly seeing silhouettes and loose shapes and so forth. And you can just tell by the body language that the conversation isn't going all that well. She is backing herself away, and the guards seem to be moving closer towards her. And she turns and runs away from them. From your vantage point, you can see after a little ways after she's run off to the guards, someone basically that was kind of in the crowd waiting to enter in runs off. They're very quick, and they kind of catch up to her over on the side. They engage in a little bit of a conversation, and the two separate. The second figure walks back over towards that group was, and that young woman seems to just sort of race off in towards the woods and kind of vanishes out of your sight. And we will pick it up here in the northern walled city of Nettleton next time. That's a quick preview. This is where the adventure will be picking up next time in Town of Nettleton.